What's up, everybody? DJ Numismatics, and despite the coin shortage, I was able to score a second box of quarters this week. Hopefully we get something good in here and we won't have to wait until next week to make this video a complete video and score another box. That being said, I'll be looking for proofs, West Points, estimated NIFC quarters, silver, and whatever variety I can come up with. Since I can only score so many of these a week, I'll probably be searching for some of the minor varieties that I don't usually look for as well. So hopefully we find some and I can show you something new, hopefully. That being said, let's break into roll number 1. We are on roll number 6 and we've got a W. No privy mark. So that is going to be a 2019 San Antonio Missions. First West Point of the box. Well, I'm through roll 20, and I thought I'd bring you in on some of these. I've got a 96p, 95p, 94p, and a 93p, all with some really nice die breaks on them. And then I've got a Colorado 06p with a pre-cut die break. Let me pop these under the scope and I'll show you what I'm looking at. We'll start with the 93, 94, and so on and so forth. Okay, on the 93, if you look right there, stretching through the T down to the wing, and then it travels down through the wing, off, see if I can get that to focus a little better, through the eye, and I would imagine it stretches to the border there. You can barely see the mark on the border there. It goes through the U a little bit there. That die break probably most likely turns into a cud that stretches across from here through to here. Pretty nice die break. And then for the 95 or 94, I apologize, you can see the die break runs from the border through the E, or almost through the E, down through the D, runs across the wing, across the head, exit the back of the head, through the other wing, all the way through the M. This, I would imagine, turns into a very impressive die break. Cud on this coin. I looked it up on Cuds on Coins. I don't see this die break, nor do I see the cud that would most likely follow this. Alright, let's move on to the 95. On the 95, it ain't quite as impressive as the last two, but you can see it right here. There we go. Runs from the rim through the F down to the right wing here. Did this one have the O as well? Let me just go down here and look. No, it didn't. But I figured I might as well. I found a 93, 94 and this 95. I thought I might as well keep them in numerical order and show you one of each year. You can also see some in the A there, the M there, some I do believe that probably is mechanical doubling. I may be wrong though, I might have to look into that a little further, but the die break did catch my eye. Now on the 96, it also has a die break similar to the 93. You can see it stretching through the S, going along the wing. It's pretty hard to see, but there is a die break that runs the whole length of the wing there and exits. You can see it right there out the bottom of the wing. This one too most likely turns into a giant cut on this coin. I do believe this one does have the 1 and the O, and it does right there. You can see the die break running up through the O from the rim that exits into the stem here. Four years worth of die breaks. Alright, and then for the Colorado, if you look right there, that is what becomes the notorious Colorado cut. I've had them both where it's just this one, or it also runs up along the side here and then exits right there. Pretty neat find though. Alright, let's move on to the next 30 rolls. We are on roll 43, and we got a preview mark and a W. So it's going to be a 2020 tall grass, in pretty good shape too. For being in circulation, it hasn't seen much wear, thank goodness. And while I got here, I've got a 96P that I'll show you. It's got some die breaks on it. I think this one was close to becoming a shattered die. And then I've got a 2006 Nebraska that has a die break right down here that I'll show you under the scope. And then this one here is a 65. I'm going to show you what not to mistake for a double die. The Liberty has some machine or mechanical doubling on it that can be easily mistaken for the double die. Okay, on the 96 you can see the die break right there on the coming from the rim, going through the M. It goes across the wing into the back of the Eagle. I've shown you this one quite a few times. And then it also has a die break that runs through the D and E down into the wing and along. You can see the die break there on the wing. I'm not sure where it dissipates, but if you come down here, you can also see sorta, let me see if I can get this thing the right angle. Right there. I know it looks kind of like a scratch, but right there, that looks a little better there. That is a die break that runs into the wing. You can kind of see it through there, down into the leaf, down the stem, and must dissipate somewhere here in the stem here, because I don't see it coming out anywhere else. So I would imagine this was pretty close to becoming a shattered die. Now, on the Nebraska, if you look down here, see if we can get it at the right angle. Right there on the rim, you can see the die break. It runs up to the bottom of rock and then hits the O and the R and comes out right there. I have yet to come across this one, so maybe something I might submit. And then as for the 65, if you look at the Liberty, you can see the doubling there. That's most likely mechanical because I could not find those. The only one that came close was the B here. As you can see, it's got some doubling there. Same with the E and the R there. But if it was the true one, it would transfer into the T and the Y, which I do not see. The rest of the coin looks pretty normal, except for you can see a little bit of the machine doubling, mechanical doubling right there in the D and the W and the E. I guess I never checked the back. We'll do that real quick. Now that there looks like machine doubling. You can see it in the A. You can see it in the M. You can see it in the F, the O, the S there, E, T, all the way throughout This is actually a double die. This would be DDR00, I want to say 2 or 3, one of the two. You can see it throughout the whole back of the coin. This one's a fairly common variety. I have sold a few of these. They do sell. You can see the doubling in the Q. You can see it in the R there. The E. And of course, whoops, the rest of the coin, you can see it in the L. This one is, like I said, I think it's fairly common. But you can see it throughout the back of the coin. All right, let me finish up with these last 7 rolls. We're on roll 47, and this is the first one I've come across. If you look there, it isn't quite in the God We Rust. It's almost, though. The T is just barely visible. Of course, this is the 2005 Kansas State Quarter with the In God We Rust. This must be just prior to the die being completely clogged. It's definitely seen some circulation. Not quite completely obliviated, the T that is, but it is the first one that I've come across. So, 3 more rolls. Let's see if we can find silver. I haven't found silver in a long time, so. Well, that box is officially hunted. And as for quarter boxes going, it wasn't so bad. We got those 5 Washington quarters with the die breaks on them. We got that Colorado pre-cut die break. We got the In God We Rust. We got that Nebraska State Quarter with some crazy toning on it, and it also had that die break down there that runs across rock. The 2 West Points, the 2020 Tallgrass and the 2019 San Antonio Missions. I also came across 5. These are all Philadelphia minted State Quarters with some pretty cool toning to them. They must have been in somebody's album and they finally decided to cash them in. And I came across a couple decent bicentennials that, of course, I checked for the DDO and the RPM, but neither of them had them. So, well, hopefully you enjoyed this video and possibly learned something new to add to your variety checking list. And so until next time, I do post a link right up here for my eBay page. Some of these might make it on there, and then a link down below to check out some of these varieties on. So until next time, everybody, happy hunting and thank you for watching.